What's up, everybody? This is Super Owl 88, bringing you another Call of Duty Black Ops commentary. Now I'm playing a little Domination on the map Hanoi, and now I recently finished my series on using the uncommon submachine guns, and I got a request to do it with the LMGs, so I might start doing that soon. However, I think I might wait also until I get an HD PVR before I do that, so you guys let me know. If you even want to see the light machine gun category, just 'cause I think people like seeing the guns that aren't used all the time being used in gameplay and thinking about trying them out. So getting onto this game more, this is actually, it's by far not one of my best scores whatsoever, and I kind of wanted to post a game where I feel like it's just like a standard game that I normally wouldn't think to post, but just so you guys can kind of get an idea on how I play on average. Like, I don't know, just basically combine some of my bad luck aspects and also me dealing with not having a good connection. As you could see there, that last death I had, I was getting hit markers on him without even being shot, and all of a sudden I was dead. So then that was the first time I saw a person in this game, so I knew I was in for some kind of a bad connection. Sure enough, I watched the kill cam. It doesn't even show me shooting in it. Later I'll point out a knife kill that now, what's it called? Theater mode, it shows it based off of like the host perspective pretty much. So it shows like if you have really good internet like for the game, it shows like what it would look like for him, and it doesn't actually show from my perspective, my bad, what happened. So it doesn't even show me knife, but I can remember for sure playing this game that I saw the knife animation come out of my game and knife the dude. So I'm sure many of you guys can relate whenever you have a bad connection to the host. But I stayed in this, sorry my phone's ringing in the background, because I felt the need to, I was playing with the full clan, and I don't rage quit ever. Unless my entire team leaves and it's just me and a couple other guys and I'm for sure gonna lose, then I'll rage quit, I guess. But that's only because like my team's inviting me back, and some of the people I play with are really frustrating in terms of like that they leave quite often. And now that I know the ones that watch this video aren't, but my previous clan, I guess I still have like the clan tag on and like the emblem and whatnot, but Bird, they leave all the time. If one guy doesn't make it in the game, they have to leave. And here, check this out. I don't notice this guy's here. Ready? It took me a while. I was so scared. I'm like, when do you get there? Anyway, yeah, some of my teammates leave, and it gets really frustrating. So I'm starting to play with people that don't do that. And yeah, so that's the only time I've really ever left a game, because in my opinion, KD doesn't matter as much to me. Like, I want it to be positive, just so people like, if your KD is negative, you obviously like you die more than you get kills, which is actually kind of pathetic in an overall assumption. But I don't know, I don't really try to get a super high KD. I discussed this in my Olympia gameplay, where I'm like, okay, I stopped really caring about KD. At first I wanted a 3 KD, then it got too annoying because all I could use were try-hard weapons. So then I tried to go for a 2 KD, and then I used the Olympia one night for about 6 hours. My KD dropped below 2, and since then I really haven't cared about it whatsoever. However, win-loss is a completely different story. I play this game frequently to win. Like, I know some people, like, the objective isn't a big deal, but I played a lot of Domination because I like find myself pretty good at it. But this game was kind of weird. We ended up winning, but like it was a close game, which normally never happens when I'm rolling a clan. I almost always win by like 100 points. But this game, yeah, it shows, basically kind of shows my dedication to the objective, and I care a lot about my win-loss. I originally wanted my win-loss this game to be 1.5, and if any of you guys have played on PlayStation, I get disconnected from the server so often. It's so ridiculously frustrating. I don't even know, I get disconnected from, like, it shows like the little Ethernet cable being unplugged, and I know it's either, sometimes it fixes itself, but that's like 1 out of every 20 games that does it, or the host migrates and it doesn't migrate successfully and I get booted. I get booted out of so many stupid games and lobbies. It's so annoying. And basically what that does every time that happens, which is literally, not gonna lie, it's happened to me over 75 times, 75 to 100 times, I have it counts as a loss. And basically I'm not trying to be like, oh, I win all the time. It's just like I almost always play in a full party of people that generally know what they're doing. So it's not very often that I actually lose a game due to legitimately losing, like the objective, like the full game. Almost all of my losses are from getting disconnected, which is kind of frustrating to me because I don't know, I want people to see like that I win. Like I see a lot of guys with 3 KDs and .4 win losses. I'm like, ooh, dude, like they're bragging to me that they got a better KD. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. You lose most of your games, and like the objective, and I think every game, whether it's basketball or Call of Duty, is to win. And yeah, so I guess if you're not winning, you're what kind of sport can you use? Okay, so like volleyball, you can get the most aces out of anyone, and on both. There's the knife that didn't register, but you can get like the most aces, which is like a serve that no one can hit back out of everyone. Be like, yeah, man, I have the best ace ratio, or like the most aces or whatever per game, like the best serves, but I lose more than half of my games. I'm like, okay, well, you're doing that, but why don't you help actually win a game or something? I don't know. That was a pretty bad analogy, but overall what I'm trying to say is that sometimes like getting the most kills is not always helping your team out to win. I mean, they play domination, demolition because the games last longer so they can get more kills, but they're not winning because they don't give two craps about the objective, I guess. And yeah, so what I try to do often is win, but yeah, but overall it's pretty damn frustrating when you die, when you get losses all the time for getting disconnected. So yeah, this is basically kind of an average game. I think, well, I mean, I go positive. I think my final score is like 36 and 13. I don't know. It'll be up at the end of the video, but nothing too impressive. It's under a 3 KD, which is not. I don't know. I see most of like the big games that are put up on YouTube for actual like the score have like pretty ridiculous KDs. KD's not that good. It's just me playing the objective, and I get 5 captures, which is pretty decent for me. I play with this one dude who averages like 10 to 13 captures per game. He wasn't in this game, but he jumps on whatever flag is available. And normally I don't recommend that because I like keeping him spawn trapped. But on a map like Hanoi, or I guess any map for him, it almost always works out for him. They get one flag, and you just hear him in the mic going, "Oh hell no!" And he just he just jumps on the flag, and we keep him dominated the whole game. And they mostly spawn in the same area. Like Hanoi, they'll spawn in between A and B, like on that outside area. If you have all 3, so you can actually keep him spawn trapped and take all 3 of them. But yeah, he gets so many defends and so many captures per game. I mean, I don't even know how he does it. I try my hardest to always jump on an objective. You see this game, I died once protecting A. That was kind of like the role I took this game, and I go right back for it. But this guy, he takes and defends every flag he takes whatever flags in their spawn. I guess I just can't do that. I do my best to capture flags. I do capture the most on my team, and I do some defensive work, but yeah, for the most part, I like to think of myself as a pretty hardcore objective player. That's kind of my play style, and that's really what the purpose of this video was, is to help you guys see who I am as a player rather than just me getting gameplay with random submachine guns, which I did get a lot of positive feedback, so I think I'll do that with the LMGs. Oh yeah, that was the other topic. What you just saw right there, I got flashed and I tried to walk away, and like, yeah, basically I tried to walk into that one building, and then as the flash started going out, I found myself out in the middle of open. How often do you guys get flashed, think you're walking somewhere, and get unflashed and find yourself like somewhere completely different and dying? I've seen some videos like Hutch. I've seen videos where he gets flashed and he gets out exactly where I can tell that he was trying to get out of his flashbang from. And that's kind of ridiculous to me, just because I have such horrible control. I have no idea where I am when I'm in a flashbang. It's like everything just goes berserk and I lose all sense of what's happening. But some people can control it, so if you guys can give me any tips on how to control that, let me know. Final score was 200 to 143, which is a pretty close game for me. My final score was 34 and 13. Got to squint my eyes to read that. The quality I think was a little better on this game, getting an HD PVR around Christmas time. If you guys like this, please thumbs up, give me a comment, and subscribe.